those
Yeah,
days?
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, over the, at one point, VeriSign actually was looking to buy PayPal, and I was part of the team, so I got to meet a lot of these people as we were sort of looking at. I was actually running the payments group at VeriSign, and unfortunately, we made the decision not to, and then they ended up getting bought by eBay,
Oh
and
man.
something great, right? So,
Wow.
so
So you met the PayPal Mafia or some of them?
yeah, I mean, Ruloff and Reed, and Max and all of those. I didn't meet Elon, but but a lot of the sort of greats. And I think actually that that's sort of another interesting thing, because I think there's been a VeriSign Mafia, there's been a PayPal Mafia. There are a few companies that the biggest impact they end up having on the world isn't so much like what they do, but the group of people who kind of come out of it. I mean, General Magic, was another example of a company that did. If you saw the documentary, right? You look at like what their alumni have done. It's pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I actually watched the General Magic documentary after. So the chief evangelist of DataStax, Patrick, he told me about it. He goes, "You have to watch it. If there's anything you do today, watch it." And this was a month
Right.
ago. I watched it. I was captivated, and then I felt like depressed after like the end of it, because I felt like, oh man, this what could have been. But then I also felt like uplifted. Okay, it took 10 years for something to come out of it, and Tony Fadell creating this, and whoever else went everywhere else, and something
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out of it. But it's just one of those things. I guess like that's what makes us Silicon Valley. Put your ego aside, put ownership away. This is
Yeah.
not about but there's something that's happened that ripples have
Right.
created
Right. And
something good.
unfortunately, like I think the mythos of Silicon Valley, is often you hear of the companies that were kind of overnight successes, and most of them were not overnight successes, but you sort of you hear about the companies that knocked it out of the park, and the people who knocked it out of the park. And actually, the far more common story, of course, 7 out of 10 startups fail. you know but more often than not, even the ones that succeed, they have multiple pivots along the way. And I think that's what really is great about Silicon Valley. Isn't so much that you have these overnight successes, but that people have the freedom to fail and to try new things, and that's okay. Like, and even if if you know that 7 out of 10 startups fail, you have to go into any startup thinking, okay, this one could fail, but will it be, at the end of the day, even if it does fail, will I feel like I've done something meaningful? I've learned something. Will I've tried something great? Will I've worked with great people? And I think if you have that mindset, then a lot of great things are possible.
Yeah.